So, what about your childhood? During your childhood days, did you play any games?
Yes. So my childhood was a typical middle class boy's childhood. I'm sure a lot of our families will relate to this.
Bangaloreans, especially.
Bangaloreans especially, but generally the
Okay.
Indian typical middle class
Yeah.
family, the parents want the kid to be a superman or a superwoman. So they want the kid to be great in school in
Correct.
academics. They also want the kid to perform exceedingly well in sports. They also want the kid to sing, to dance, to swim,
Correct.
to
Horse
paint,
riding.
horse. I mean, whatever. We were playing, gully cricket and
Yes.
football and such things. So of course, I was playing football in school. But I was blessed. I am still, one of the greatest blessings of my life is that I have been blessed with incredible parents and a great joint family where I grew up in. Both my parents and my family have always made effort to instill the basic values of decency, strength of character, integrity, honesty. These are all the things that
So,
my
what about
parents
this
have
service?
always taught me.
What about the service mentality? Like, at the age 9, you were collecting funds for Kargil martyrs. So, how did that begin actually? Your journey towards public service?
My father was in the government. He retired about a decade ago now. My mother was also into many seva activities. She was volunteering in NGOs that RSS was running. So that was always there at home. But truly, I think my exposure to doing something beyond myself, beyond our family, it all started with my introduction to Swami Vivekananda. I was a very naughty kid at home. So managing me was a handful for my mother. So every weekend, Sunday, she would take me to Balaka Sangha in the
Okay.
Ramakrishna Ashrama,
Mm.
which is here in Baswangudi and in Girinagara
Yeah.
Yoga Ashrama. So there I would read about Swami Vivekananda. They would make us, do some volunteering work in the ashram,
Shramadan.
Shramadana and all of these
Mm.
things. So that's where the very basic grounding happened. And Vivekananda's immortal words of a life that is lived for others is the only life that is worth living.
Mm.
The rest are more dead than alive is something that still resonates with me. So perhaps that's where it started. And my father has always told me to do something on my own strength. So even this episode of the Kargil
Yeah.
war contribution you mentioned, my father was posted in Belgaum as joint commissioner of excise
Excise.
department. So while he was stationed there, we were living in the area where Belgaum generally has, as Kannadigas, we are all extremely proud of Belgaum because just like Madikeri, Belgaum sends the highest number of people into the army.
Correct.
So just next to my house, the kid with whom I was playing, she lost her father.
Oh.
And we saw the body bag come back and all of that, and I wanted to do something towards the Kargil relief. So I asked my father for some money, and he said he gave me some money, but he said, this is not your money, you have to do something on your own. So I asked him, what could I do? So he said, you know to paint, so why don't you paint, go sell the paintings and raise some money and then contribute. That way it will be your contribution, it won't be mine. So one of the basic values that my father has taught me is to be a self-made person. So that's where it all started. So whatever I am today, a great share goes to
Parents.
the kind of value systems that my parents, my joint family, the Ramakrishna Ashrama, my exposure to RSS, these were actually
So you
what
start